Huber in the morning on 100.7 The Bay.
We're doing it. It's a Monday morning, 7:13 a.m., and it's 36 degrees here in the greater Cockeysville, Hunt Valley area, and time.
It's Huber in the mornings on this day on 100.7 The Bay.
That's right, it is time for the radio sensation sweep in the nation. Time to take a deep dive into January 8th throughout the annals of history, to tiptoe down memory lane, listen to clips, reminisce. All the while, you can play along and give us a hand at 410-584-1007, all in a little segment we like to call Are You Ready?
Are you ready? Are you okay?
I'm ready.
You seem like you got to go to the bathroom.
No,
like
I'm
you're
good.
going 100 miles an hour right now.
We're still working on portioning out the Maxwell house properly.
Oh.
May have overshot the runway a little bit today.
Grandpappy didn't have a recipe how to half this stuff?
Remember I told you earlier that I had one at home, and I felt good about it, and then I made this one kind of weak?
Yeah.
Remember, I believe I even said that this one tasted like warm, sweet milk more than coffee. Must have been some coffee in it.
Got some residuals.
I'm kind of wound up right now.
You are.
Solid chance for an 810 crash into me. All right, anyway, let's move on. It is time. Sarah from down there is ready to rock. People ready to find out what magical memory lane gem you've pulled out for us today. Here we go.
The luck of the Irish is being packed and shipped to a little town in South Dakota whose luck may have just run out. Leprechaun.
It's out. It's out of the crate.
That could have been the Gremlins trailer. It's almost the same thing. So yeah, the Leprechaun. So I've never seen this film. My only reference,
Oh, God.
is in Wayne's World. And I don't know if it's in the movies or the SNL sketch where they would hold the flashlight under his face and just go, the Leprechaun!
Oh, yeah. I got
Was that
you.
in Wayne's World 2? Or is that on the actual SNL sketch?
I believe that's the sketch.
It
I
might
don't
have
remember
been.
that being in the movie.
I can't either, but I definitely remember that.
A horror movie that comes out not by Halloween nor St. Patrick's Day.
I gotta be honest, I love the effort. You know what I mean? It's like, what is missing from the horror genre? Other holidays. We focus in on Halloween. Let's take over some other holidays. And then since the Leprechaun, there's been a Thanksgiving one, there's been a Christmas one. I mean, people really grabbed the reins on that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very campy movie. It didn't start out that way, and they started injecting more comedy. I mean, and then that's pretty much the basis of the entire franchise moving forward.
Yeah, I feel like that genre was started by Evil Dead, like funny, not on purpose.
Right.
And do you think when they were making the first Leprechaun, they were hoping it would just be like a Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason, what is Friday the 13th kind of thing? Or do you think they knew it was going to end up funny?
No, they started out, they wanted this to be a horror movie, but the more the actor that played the Leprechaun got into it, he just felt like the role lent it to more comedy than, horror. So they kind of mixed it. And then we end up with Leprechaun in the Hood.
In the Hood, yeah.
Which I think is the third one.
Who is the Leprechaun actor, I wonder?
I can't remember his name, but
I can guarantee you he's sitting in a hotel ballroom signing pictures.
For sure.
A couple months out of the year.
And then Jennifer Aniston's first film role before The Nose Job.
Are you serious?
Yeah, this is her first
in the
film.
Leprechaun?
Yeah, she's the first one. That's the voice, the female voice in the back.
Well, we running that back. I had no idea.
The luck of the Irish is being packed and shipped to a little town in South
Dakota,
whose luck may have just run out. Leprechaun.
It's out. It's out of the crate.
Oh, now I can totally hear her. So let me get this straight. The premise of this film is that somebody mailed a leprechaun to a town?
I believe the Leprechaun believes Jennifer Aniston's family has his pot of gold, and he's going to get it back.
So not just like a random mailing accident.
No. This is more on USPS than anybody else.
Right. Chris Kattan's dad played the Leprechaun, according to Brian from Hampstead.
That can't be right. Alex! Look this up. This seems like a lie.
I mean, it's funny, so it's probably wrong. And now Andrew from Whiteford is claiming that Warwick Davis played the Leprechaun. And I've he's been in a lot of stuff as a little person.
Is Warwick Davis Chris Kattan's dad?
All right, so it was just a joke, and Brian from Hampstead is now laughing at the fact that I read it out loud. Patty from Relay is confirming the Warwick Davis thing, and Trout from Pricker Booing almost bringing up the Jennifer Aniston thing. Our listeners are very knowledgeable about the Leprechaun. Way
Who's
more
watching the
knowledgeable than me.
Leprechaun?
Not me. I missed out on it. I just got to guess the year in which...
Yeah, did you get any years to 410
You get mad at me, though, when I crowdsource every time.
Well, you get two of them right cheating and you don't play Mr. Randy Watson. So what's the point of this?
Touche. All right, I'm going to go with now there are dissenting opinions here, but the majority is the year of our Lord, 1993.
1993.
It's a trap. All right, we're going to move on. Yeah. It is Motley Crue, Home Sweet Home. We're coming back with part 2 of the radio sensation Sweeping the Nation right after this. And I just forgot to do this.
That is correct.
Like, I just forgot to do something that I literally do 2 times a day, every day for close to 2 years. Just forgot.
That is correct.
Unbelievable.
That is correct.
You got it right. Played It's a Trap, and we bounced.
And then bounced out. Maybe I really just wanted to hear Motley Crue. I don't know.
Right.
But it is time for part 2.
On this day. It's Huber in the mornings on this day on 100.7 The Bay.
What should I be consistent now? If I get this one right, should I do it? Not do it? I don't know. We'll have to find out.
No, because if we get this right, that's 2 for 2. We got Randy Watson. We got to ramp into Randy.
All right, then. It is time for part 2 of the Radio Sensation Sweep of the Nation. January 8th, the following occurred. This is such a jam. Rush are named Canada's official ambassadors of music by the Canadian government.
So to talk about this story, I got to frame it a little bit. So
Hit me.
This is before Permanent Waves. So
Okay.
this is real early in their career. And how many rock bands, about 3 or 4 albums in, is given the keys to an entire country not to make fools out of the country or themselves in their career? Be like, hey, go ahead.
It really does not bode well for the output of the Great White North.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they recognize that quickly that this is the best thing we've got.
Bryan Adams, get on, get.
Who's your favorite Canadian band? Is it Rush? Or?
It has to be.
Okay.
I mean, where's Bieber? Justin Bieber
right.
on your list.
I was watching a bit of that.
PJ20?
No, it was a Netflix documentary that Jim Carrey did, Jim and Andy, where when he played Andy Kaufman, he turned into Andy Kaufman, like during the shooting of it, and he filmed a bunch of footage, and then he talked about it in retrospect and kind of played back a bunch of the clips, and he was a big jerkface during that filming as Andy Kaufman. But all of that is to say that in the beginning, he reminded me that he's Canadian too, and I forgot all about that. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, there's some fun ones out there.
I love this. My earliest Rush fandom memory comes from the old Perry Hall High School, being a Gator, and the old marching band and the drum corps, the drum line, were all big Rush fans, and they were older kids.
Shocked.
Yeah, of course. And I was like, this is pretty cool stuff. I didn't realize how geeky they were. Or how geeky I was.
Right. Poor Rutsy. Never made it off the first album.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Neil came in and said,
Yeah, I mean, Rutsy had a lot of problems with drugs and then health ailments, so they were afraid to take him out for another album that he'd die.
I kind of wish they'd have re-recorded Working Man with Neil.
Yeah.
That would have been good. That's the best pre-Neil Rush song, right?
Some would say the only.
Yeah. The only good one or the only one?
Only good one.
Yeah.
No, they had a whole album. That's
Right.
the only one anybody ever remembers.
Yeah.
Unless you're some Rush fans or like Tool fans. If you're wearing a Rush shirt, they're going to quiz you out in public about stuff I've never. What's the one your song on 2112 that has lyrics? You tell me that.
In my other life, I got to meet Getty and Alex. Neil didn't meet anybody. I got to meet Getty and Alex, and I got to tour the stage. And I want to say, was it Presto? I can't remember the tour. But they had a washing machine or a dryer on stage, and they had it mic'd up. And they were, like, potted up sometimes. And I was even in my head in my younger days thinking, I'm not sure if that's cool or not. Like, in concept, it's kind of cool. But then it's kind of like you do it once, and it's like, okay. Now it's not that cool anymore. You know what I mean?
Would you rather listen to that again or Billy Corgan doing songs that you love for about 5?
I'd rather be in that washing machine for the entirety of the show than to hear today is the greatest day I've ever known, and it will never end.
Skip back, skid in the boo.
Just feedback after feedback after feedback. Okay. Aaron from Wings Mills, Bare Naked Ladies up there with her favorite Canadian bands. Forgot about them being from the Great White North.
Yeah, I forgot they're all one song.
Oh, come on. I've never seen that band, but I hear when you go to see them, people throw macaroni and cheese at them, and I'd like to just see that.
Dry or wet?
That's a good question. For the venue's sake, I'm hoping dry. For my entertainment dollar, it better be yellow and goopy.
Yeah, I mean, it better be craft. You can't be throwing out Bob Evans, which is about $5. You can't be bringing that high-priced mac and cheese to throw at Canadians.
That's blue box special for sure. So what happened here to Rush? Canada's official ambassadors of music.
Man, I'm telling you, these stories.
Is that the equivalent of being knighted or whatever? I don't even know what that means.
Look, we're here just to talk about Rush. There are no stories for these first couple of weeks of January.
I have a guess. Oh no, wait. Did Sarah guess? I have 2 guesses. 3 guesses.
What hit me with them, Goose?
They're all the same.
I guess that's good.
Yeah. You're my lord. And this time, look, I have my mouse over the sound effects.
We'll see.
It's a trap!
You're my lord, 1979.
Mr. Randy Watson for a Monday.
That is correct. That is correct. That is...
It's a trap!
That's the fact, Jack!
It's a trap!
I want you to put your hands together. Welcome to the stage. Big round of applause for Jackson Heights' own Mr. Randy Watson.
Yes!
It's a trap!
Do I even have time for this? No, we don't.
Play it.
No, keep going. Are they from Canada?
You are the worst tease.
Are they from Canada?
No.
Then we're not playing them. We're going to take this very quick break. We got to look at the roads of Bay Mattress Warehouse Traffic Center. I guess I could play that one on the other side for anybody who was really feeling that.
Maybe they don't know what it is.
Nobody's texting in. We're good.
Yeah.